right, in the Southeast Asia style purple, it's Zavaira. Or Zavaira. Zavaira?
Zavaira? No, Zavaira?
Zavaira? Anyway. In the bottom left, in the much easier to pronounce name yellow, the BigCoHooNah. Oh wait, no, it's obviously the BigCoHooNah. God!
Oh, you even declared it easy to pronounce.
I know.
You really... You set the bar high on that one.
I did.
Okay, the BigCoHooNah. God, this is difficult. Why did you say it's so easy?
It's the BigCoHooNah. Okay. I just added another word in there. Anyway, we have, I think these were both 15 pools, except Zavaira is going for the gas. And BigCoHooNah is going to go for that hatchery.
Yeah, so slight variations. Both of them are playing a little safe because they did go for the pool before hatch. But Zavaira might be getting like quick ling speed to go with it. Maybe even banelings.
Could be Southeast Asia style, as I just declared that purple.
Yeah, for sure. And for those of you who aren't that fluent in the Southeast Asian ZVZ, they end up going for a lot of like Ling Bane type shenanigans because there are so many high-level Zerg players in that area. Like, a lot of the best players in Southeast Asia do play Zerg, and they queue into ZVZ a lot on the ladder. So
it seemed to have morphed from, instead of like a ton of roaches versus a ton of roaches, like, to, God, I'm getting sick of this matchup. How about I just try and kill you really quickly with this Ling Bane all in, and then we don't have to be sitting here for half an hour with our goddamn roaches. And whoever's got the best micro wins.
Exactly.
This drone,
I think it'll get home.
It's doing its best.
Yeah, it gets home. Okay.
Okay.
But there are a few more lings for Zavaira. She is getting the speed.
The BigCoHooNah it's going to need a little bit more than 6 lings on the way and 1 queen. He's going to have to use the drones to help. So it looks like BigCoHooNah has recognized that they're in a bit of danger at this point.
He hasn't done anything with his gas yet.
I think that may be a mistake.
Yeah, I feel like he needs to... Okay, yeah, he is getting the ling speed. So that's a good choice. But Zavaira is now getting the Baneling nest. So with ling speed first, going to have some Banelings significantly before BigCoHooNah has any response to it. And speedlings are so much better than slowlings. That's just the way it is. Even if you get this queen,
my God, does
queen
get the
goes
queen.
Down. And with that queen gone, that's a lot of the defensive potential for BigCoHooNah. So this next round of lanes is going to come up. They can go in there and start sniping some drones if they feel like it.
Zavaira's probably going to wait for the next group of links to meet up with the ones outside the natural already. Could split off a few, morph into banelings.
Try to crash into the mineral line?
Yes.
I would advise morphing some banelings anywhere right now.
But instead they're just going to go for drone kills, which isn't a bad idea. Is now morphing some banelings on the low ground, and BigCoHooNah is in a lot of trouble. These spine crawlers are not going to be up in time. This queen definitely going to go down. The spine, look, there it is. Oh my God, and boom goes the spine crawler.
And at this point, I mean, there are banelings in the base.
The banelings! Those drones! Oh my God, GG! In the top left, in the extremely Southeast Asian style purple, Zavaira. In the bottom right, in the what are you wearing yellow, it's BigCoHooNah.
So, okay, so we saw a declaration in the chat that if Zavaira goes 4-0 in this group, that they are going to sub. So, you know, for esports, I think we're going to have to cheer for Zav here. So somebody send them a message, get them in the stream cheating, because we need to we need to support esports.
And more importantly, oh my god, that drone
surround on the drone.
That drone could have mineral locked to safety, unfortunately.
It could have, but judging by the fact that it was just AFKing in the middle of that mineral line, it probably wasn't being microed.
You know what? You don't know that.
You're right. You're right.
That could have been the most intense micro.
Well, you know, it was all a ploy to get the worker pull.
Well, BigCoHooNah does go for that quick hatch. Zavaira getting a relatively quick hatch himself.
Yes, him. Him. We now know it is a him. And also going for the gas with it. And I believe that BigCoHooNah does not yet have the gas. No, he doesn't.
BigCoHooNah is gasless currently.
So this could, potentially be for that Lingbane style again, or it could just be preparing to go into roaches. We'll see in a little bit. This Overlord.
It's smoking.
It is smoking. Or is that steaming? Is that body heat, do you think?
Maybe it's like, this is like one of those fungi ants that carries fungi on its back. Or maybe that's the beetle. Well, I guess there's also leafcutter ants that cultivate fungi to eat. And then I think there's a beetle that carries this on its back. So it could be like spores.
Oh, okay. So it's like literally like growing things on it?
Yeah. It's its food.
Okay.
Anyway.
The self-sustaining organism.
You know, woodcutter ants, they cultivate a pure culture of fungi for their food. It's actually quite amazing. Anyway, let's look at these Zerglings. So we got 2 Scallion Zerglings coming in from Zavaira.
And also has the speed coming up.
Yes.
Whereas BigCoHooNah is not gasless. They just once again haven't actually spent their gas.
That's probably just going for a quick layer. Okay, so that's not what I expected. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I agree with that style, because quick layer doesn't really protect you from this issue, and
especially when you don't have very many units.
Yeah, and BigCoHooNah did see the gas count. You know, that Overlord flew over. It even died for that information. So I feel like BigCoHooNah is just not doing enough with it.
So these Lings of Zavaira's are actually going to defeat the Lings of BigCoHooNah, and BigCoHooNah is in some pretty big trouble now. What is there to defend at home? 2 queens, 1 at the main, 1 at the natural. The wall's a little bit slow. There's no spine.
Spine coming up now, but it will not finish in time, especially since the Ling speed is about to get done, and this Overlord is going to go down too. Now, in this situation, you know, the last thing you want is to be supply blocked, because you need units right now.
Speaker's going to need to wall that off, but it does not get there in time. The Jones are going to be pulled to fight with the Queen. The Queen does go down. The Spine Crawler actually is going to survive for now. You'll notice there's a very tiny hole in between the Spine Crawler and those evolution chambers.
Yep.
And a ton of Banelings being morphed.
Now that Spine could have died, but it is going to be up to fight in this situation. And it's also giving BigCoHooNah time to finish his Roach Warren. So with a few roaches, this might be a clean hold. We'll see though, because if you can get surface area on the roaches, then that gets you, in a pretty good spot. And these are slowlings versus banelings, so...
And slow roaches. And not very many roaches either.
Now, Zavaira needs to go in. The longer they wait, the more likely it is that this will be a hold. So I think right now, Zavaira needs to go in there.
Okay, so it's looking like that one Ling is going to take a look. Sees there are 2 roaches. Maybe is rethinking their approach. Zavaira did take the rest of their gas behind this on their main and natural like a while ago, and is also now getting a 3rd. and a lair for themselves. Okay, those roaches overextending just a little bit. The spine crawler helping out a lot. All of those banelings exploding, only killing 2 roaches and the spine crawler. Not really that worth it for Zavaira.
Oh, but going for the Spire. And there is no anti-Mutatech out. But the issue is that Zavaira needs to not die in this situation. And the counterattack could be pretty strong. There's not really that much to defend against it. There are a lot of roaches out on the map. The Spire is not going to finish in time to get Mutas out to defend it. It's going to have to be a pure Ling and maybe a few spines. Ling Bane and maybe a few spines.
And as many queens as possible. So there's this one queen out on the map that's spreading creep. It's going to go down fairly easily. There's a clump of banelings here killing all of those Lings and a huge surround with dealings of Zavaira on these roaches, and this attack by BigCoHooNah will be cleaned up.
There are a lot more roaches on... Oh, no.
Turning back.
They turn back, and that is, you know, potentially leading into a really bad situation for BigCoHooNah. Like, he doesn't know that the Spire's up, right? I don't think he does.
No, I don't think so. But BigCoHooNah also going for a Spire of his own. Taking these other gases slightly later, we will not be able to get really any Mutalisk out to fight the Mutalisk of Zavaira.
And yeah, look at the gas bank for Zavaira. So the Spire just finished, and there's actually more gas than minerals. So that doesn't quite line up perfectly, but it's, you know, the minerals increment in so much faster than the gas. So gonna quickly be able to go up to probably like 12, 13 Mutalisk. There are no spores.
This just might kill BigCoHooNah. He has 1 queen at each base. No spores. I don't think he's scouted in a while. And this Overlord in the middle or near Zavaira's base is going to be the first thing that sees these Mutalisk.
Yep. So with that situation, BigCoHooNah is going for a Nidus, actually.
Okay. That could work.
Well, Nidus Queen is actually a very effective way of dealing with these Muta styles, but you need to be producing queens way before that. Yeah, you need a lot more queens. Like, there would have to be basically non-stop queen production to make that work.
I'm also a little surprised that BigCoHooNah did not build any spores. BigCoHooNah's going to be severely supply blocked, as these Mutas just have free reign on his bases. The Nidus is going down in the main of Zavaira. Does he see it? The roaches join with the Lings.
We might have a base trade. Oh, but the Lings are going over. They spot it, and they're going to take it out before many Lings get out.
This is not good for BigCoHooNah. That was a huge investment. That's like 200 gas.
And in the main, the Mutas are just going to town.
And GG, the first step. Zavaira takes this series 2-0.
Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to support the ASL by hitting the button now.